ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्ये नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम। See, by 8:25 you should be here, and you also chant. Don't need to stand on the gate, huh? Chant Veda Sukta. Or I'll close the door when I come tomorrow onwards. You are a student of Vedanta, be disciplined. Otherwise, you don't have the right to study. First, Namah Shri Shankarananda Guru Padambujanmane Savilasa Mahamoha Graha Grasaika Karmane Graha Grasaika Karmane. We will read from verse number 26, page 14. Think book. Tat bhogaya punarbhogya bhogayatana janmane panchikaroti bhagavan pratyekam yadadikam dvidha vidhaya chaikaikam chaturdha prathamam punaha swasvetarad dvitiyamshaihi yojanat pancha panchate tairandas-tatra bhuvanam bhogya bhogashrayotbhavaha hiranyagarbhasthulesmin dehe vaishvanaro bhavet Tejasa Vishwatam Yata Devatiryang Naradayah Te Paradarshinaf Pratyaka Tattva Bodha Vivarjita Kurvate Karma Bhogaya कर्म कर्तुं च भुज्यते नद्यां किरीटा इवावर्ता. What happened? नद्यां कीटा इवावर्तात् आवर्तातरमाशुते व्रजन्तो जन्मनो जन्म लभन्ते नैव निर्वृतिम् सत्कर्म परिपाकात्ते करुणानिधिनोद्धृताः प्राप्य तीरतरुच्छायाम् विश्राम्यति यथा सुखम् विश्राम्यन्ति यथा सुखम्. So we were seeing, if you remember, we had proved initially Vidyaranya Swami that Jeev is the nature of Bolo Sat Chit and Anand. Chit means it is Swayam Prabha. It doesn't need anything else to prove it. Like this desk is needing light to prove, eyes to prove, mind to prove, intellect to prove. But my eyes needs mind to prove it. If mind is not there, you won't see, you won't know eyes is there or not. है ना? Your body needs mind to prove it. Mind needs Sakshi to prove it. So what is proved by something else is called false. That means it is not having its own existence. Mitha siddham iti mithya. Proved by something else is called mithya. So that consciousness is not proved by anything. Not that light is not there, I don't know I am there or not. I can't see myself. Light is not there, you can't see table, chair. You can't see the person in front of me, whether he is there or ran away. Some yagna was going on, light went away, some audience ran away. That took advantage of load shedding. And so they were, then you did not know whether they are going or not going. But mind is there or not, the light of Sakshi has to be there. But to know myself, whether I am there or not, you don't know the mind, you don't need the mind, you don't need the body, you don't need the sense organ. So this consciousness is self-effulgent, called Swayam Prabha. This word has come here. And also you saw that this Swayam Prabha is all through same. You have heard that actually speaking, when you see lot of objects in the waking state, they are not lot of objects, but your consciousness associated with some object is called experience of the world. Objectless experience is consciousness, and objective consciousness is experience. This we saw. Same thing we saw in the dream state. That consciousness is not the product of any thought, or consciousness is not it is pervading all thought, or it is independent. No? So, what you saw then? I saw that same consciousness is in the dream, same in the deep sleep also. And also, therefore, this consciousness is of the nature of Chit or Chetanta. And because it does not die away, therefore it is of the nature of Sat. And because I love the most, therefore it is of the nature of Anand. Then why we don't experience joy? And that is because of our pratibandh called ignorance or agyan. Now what happened with this agyan? If you remember, consciousness reflected in the Vishuddha Sattva is called Ishwar, and consciousness reflected in Malin Sattva. Malin Sattva means predominance of Rajoguna and Tamoguna. That is called Jeev. Now the problem started with the Jeev. Because of the Tamoguna, it forgot that it is of the nature of Anand, or it is of the nature of Sat. It forgot its all-pervading nature, or it forgot its nature of joy. It forgot its nature of I am unborn. It forgot its nature of that I am unmodifiable because I am Sat. How can Sat modify? How can Chit modify? Modification is always in inert. So modification is not in consciousness. All these things it forgot. In short, it forgot the nature of consciousness or the Chit. And it wanted to enjoy. And second tragedy that happened with this, that Jeev, he thought that world has completeness, world has joy, world has lot of peace. If I live in a family life, I will be very happy. I am a single, ready to mingle. I am unmarried. I am a bachelor, but I want to be a married person. Or I have married, but I have no children. I have children, but only daughter, no son. Or I have son, no daughter. I have a son, but he doesn't study. I have a daughter, but she throws tantrum like her mother. Or I have terrible in-laws. Ultimately, it throws, if I can go to some country and settle in New Zealand and settle in Australia, I will be very happy. Australian dollar is very strong, so I should settle in Australia. And I will be very happy there. Here I am not happy. There I will be very happy. Why? Because I projected happiness there. And not only that, 29 shlok says, then what Ishwar did? Ishwar said, okay, I will supply. Let me become architect. So he became the cosmic cook. And he started cooking. Tell me what? Huh? Tell me what? Huh? All right. 5? No, not 5 elements. No. Make it more clear, huh? No, why? 5-fold 5 element. You took little from here, little from here. Half of Akash, 1/8 of this, 1/8, then this, then this, then this. He made the world, he made the body. Then before that he made sense organ and subtle body, etc. You heard subtle body 17, 5 plus 5 per 2, 17 plus this. And then Mr. Jeev came inside to suffer. I don't think you'll enjoy. And therefore Abhedananda Swami says, Te Parag, and he forgot that he was Sat, he was Chityanand. भूल गए. देखो क्या लिखा है. Te Parag Darshina Pratyak Tattvabodh Vivarjita. He did not read Tattvabodh. Directly he came to Panchadashi. Te Parag Darshina Pratyak Tattvabodh Vivarjitaha. So he did not know the essence of Tattva, that I am of the nature of non-changing self. Nobody can touch me, nobody can shoot me, nobody can cut me. He forgot. I cannot be related, because to be related you have to be modified. I am not modifiable, so all relations are false. This consciousness is related to that consciousness. How can this consciousness be related? To relate, you have to leave your prior swabhav and then become something. It cannot become something. But he forgot and he got, and from everywhere he saw joy. Eyes saw joy in form, hands saw joy in touch, ears saw joy in hearing, nose saw joy in smelling beautiful something perfume, tongue saw joy a lot of in eating something tasty. Diwali sweets I want. So this way, and mind wants joy in loving somebody. Intellect wants joy in somebody should think I am bigger. Everywhere now I have created a future disaster. And then I start doing karma. What was the need to do karma? You are so dissatisfied, therefore you are trying. Then you became very dynamic. You made houses, you made this, you made that. All for getting joy. If you had doing out of joy, that was fine. But this different seva is out of joy. Bhog is for joy. In seva, you already have everything and then you do. Bhog is you feel empty, then do. Seva creates more selflessness. Bhog creates more vasanas. Seva is a song of independence. Bhog is the cry of emptiness. Seva will never end in anger. Bhog will always end in frustration. Mutilated bhogi is angry person. It can be emotional bhog, it can be physical bhog. With the eyes, I wanted to see, you didn't allow me. With my mind, I wanted to love, you did not allow me. You broke my love and you broke my heart. The strings of my heart are now broken. Now it cannot be mended back. Again I am doing some action. And whole life it does. Chasing the wild goose. Kurvate karm bhogaya. And karma kartum cha bhujyate. And Panchadashi uses a very strong word, as I told you, it is his habit. So don't feel he will use very soft words. It is his style. Nadyam kita iv. As is the worm in the river, dirty river. He goes from one whirlpool to another whirlpool. Thrown, not goes, thrown, flung. We are flung from one bird to another bird. Don't think we have an option. Yamraj Dharmkaj, Raj came and gave me one form. You want short body, long body, animal body, human body or devta. You want to be a male or female, please email to me. ऐसा नहीं था. What is the email address? Why Raj? Had death at the rate of coming soon. This is my email address. I am flung. I become human being. I become dog. I become devta. I become cat. I become lizard. Lizard was also, all animals were human beings. Because there is a fruit of action. And fruit of action cannot happen unless you have a human body. Whether it was tiger or whether it was lion. And no human being wants to become dog cat. No human being will want to become worm. At the most, they'll want to become devta. Although action is like a devil. So, they want to become a very rich person. They want to become beautiful. Nobody wants to become ugly. Nobody wants diseases. They want to become beautiful, handsome, tall, handsome. They want to have a very good marriage. Very good boy is required. Very good girl is required. Everybody wants to have a very brilliant children. Everybody wants to have a very obedient daughter and son. But we get opposites of all these things. Who wants diseases? They all come to us. Who wants bereavements? Bereavements come. Who wants poverty? Full of poverty is there. So we are thrown to different karma phal. And from inside, we have a lot of vasanas. And therefore, from one situation to another situation, from third to fourth, fourth to fifth, millions of fruits of action are unfolding every day. Every day is nothing but some fruit emanating. Therefore, you don't know what will happen today. You don't know we'll fall today somewhere, or we will, what food we get, what words we have to listen today. Will be a happy, something happy or something not happy. Whether I will be well wholly or not well. Whether I will have headache or not. 100,000 things are surrounding us. And then we'll be, and inside also, while getting the fruit, we act and create more fruit of action. And this way we pass whole life somehow and create one more chunk of fruit of action and more pressure of our vasanas. And again we are going to another birth, not going flung, go this birth, this there. Which place you are born. Please note, till you are living, you still have a choice where you want to go, little choice, not too much. But after death you can't direct, Arey Yamraj, Daniel, take right. Take right, this is India, I want to be born in India. Hey Yamdut, where are you taking me? There is no choice. All choices I have spoiled. If somebody had no choice, he misused his choice. For what he was having a good choice, he spoiled his choice. One day he was very free. He had all the choice. But he misused his choice, he abused his choice. And misused and abused choice expresses as choicelessness. Situation will take away choices. And more you use your choice beautifully, you get more choices. The joy of choice is called punya. I used my choice, and after that, more choice will be there. So this worm, this jeev, don't compare like worm. No, I'm not a worm. I'm like vermicelli, not worm. Nadyam kita, I'm not using any of my expression, I'm telling you, see the word. Kita means worm. This kita word is worm. And from one whirlpool to another whirlpool, Vrajanto janmanaha janma labante naiva nirvritim. Vrajantaha, it travels. Janmanaha janma, from birth to birth. Janmana is fifth case. Janmanaha janma, janman is the pratipadik. Janmanaha jan, from birth to birth. And labante nirvritim, not nivritti. Nirvritti means peace, anand. He's never had with himself. That I have done everything, now I'll be quiet. I don't want to meet anybody, I don't want to see anybody, I don't want to eat anything. My sense organs are very quiet, my mind is quiet, now I'm remaining quiet. Let me spend my time with myself now. That is not there. Labante naiva nirvritim. ठीक है ना? Next what happened? Next already I have chanted. It so happens, you will be surprised, but because we are here in heaven, in the ashram. They always say ashram is a heaven, here Satyuga is going on. And this hall is like really Brahmalok. Because here we don't study anything else than Vedanta or Bhagavad Ramayana. And better not to discuss anything. Let the vibration of satsang be here. Everything else can be done outside. And here, since long we have been having satsang. But you go and see outside world. Then you know. Even rich people, I'm not saying of poor people. They have their own problems. And they're totally buried into that. They don't have the ability to dissociate and detach. And by take a problem is problem. I'm not a problem. Problem is a subjective, not a subjective thing. It's a subjective thing. It's not my problem. Everybody is so much caught up in that. Then you understand, oh, let me come back to the ashram, I think. Let me come back, and too much I have to listen. Let me be relaxed there. It is our good actions. He is saying, Abhedananda Swami, that this Jeev, during this flow of the whirlpool to whirlpool, somewhere he serves his father, mother, somewhere he gives honor to somebody, somewhere he offers flower to somebody, somebody offers some food to anybody, somebody he becomes very magnanimous, gives some charity. Saints have not come. Whatever around are there, you start serving that. From less punya, you get more punya. Use your punya to get more punya. Like use your 100 rand invest so that it can become 500. This is called business. You got 500, you invested, you made it 5,000 out of 500. That is called profit. I had 100 rand, I purchased food out of 75 rand. And I still distributed. Now from that punya will come of 1,000 rand. Because people blessed you. There was one person in Yamaba's ashram. So, sometime everybody went, you know what he used to do? On this day, Diwali day, he used to sell all his vessels, eating vessels, and used to purchase diya, the lamp, to be lit in the ashram. So from something small also you can do something big. Don't think I need a lot of money to donate. You can run with your leg. You can press somebody's feet. You can talk sweetly. That itself will make you punyashali. Another person will say, may your wishes be fulfilled. You have given me so much. I wish you all the best. And when such wishes are fulfilled many times, then God is happy. And then melted God is called Guru or Saint. Saint is not the name of a person. Saint is the name of melted God of the heart, melted heart of the God personified. And then he comes in our life. You cannot force. And don't say, nowadays no saints are there other than me. And then it is written here, Satkarma paripakate karuna nidhinodhritaha. Now that worm and Jeev. Well, if worm, please remove this. I am not a worm. Satkarma, paripak, matured. Because of the matured good actions. Matured means? Like FD is matured. You had invested, say 1 million. But less than, make it 50 when you have to imagine, why not this much? So imagine 50 or 100 million you invested. You put in a bank, you got from PDF or what is it called? PD, what is it called? Provident Fund, PF. What do you call after retirement you get? Provident Fund, PF. So you invested that. You said, okay, I'll keep on. 7 years investment is there. So you fixed it. FD is fixed now. It will double. Depend on what is your scheme you have chosen. It can double, it can triple, depending, or it can be half. But they will notify you that your FD is now matured. You can take it out. Similarly, when you keep on doing action, a quantity comes. When a certain quantity is over, then that quantity starts giving the fruit. Before that quantity is over, that quantity won't give you the fruit. And then what happens? Karuna Nidhi, I told you na, melted God is saint. Sant Hriday Navneet Saman. Kaha koi kahe na jana. Heart is like, because who will deal with this worm? Somebody is required to compassionate, to know. I'm not talking about Jeev, I'm talking about Prapya Tira Tarut Chhayam. Then he lifts it with his hand, Udhrita, and keeps it under the shadow of a tree. And then that worm gets some rest. Vishramyanti yatha sukham. So similarly, Mahatma comes, Gurudev comes, and he lifts us. Tesham ham samudharta mrityu samsar sagarat. And he lifts it. And he gives us the updesh that why are you troubled? Why are you so attached? Why are you so much having ahankar? So God gives inside faith and outside saint. This combination makes your life quieter. So you were running around and you were wandering. Slowly rest comes. Listening the saint or being with the saint, there is no becoming. You don't want to become something else. The cessation of becoming is called rest, spiritual rest. Cessation of becoming is a spiritual rest. I don't want to become. I have stopped going in the past. I don't want to be in the future. Pratham bhagati santan kar sanga. And when he tells about God or the self, then I get more deeper. My mind has the chance to take deep in my own self. So through his words, he pushes my mind into me. And ultimately, my mind starts comparing the joy of the sense object and the joy of the God, the joy of meditation, and the joy of satsang, and joy of self, and the joy of seva. And between two comparisons, mind is aghast to see such a wide difference. Outer things I have to slog, work, run, get humiliated, then I get something small. Here I am so quiet, nobody humiliates me, nobody wants anything. And the glory of God, glory of Ram, Bhagavan, glory of Bhagavad is that I don't have to do anything. Without doing, without becoming, without going, without thinking of the world, this is my own self or what? Slowly you get more fulfillment, more satisfaction. This passion is not possible unless you are passionate about satsang, passionate about God. Passionate, somewhere you need joy. I have left the world. That also I left. Here also I don't have joy. It was better if I was there. At least some little joy was there. You agree? ये होता है चक्कर. Otherwise you won't be sitting and I also won't be sitting here. Nobody forces you to come here and nobody can force me to be here. But it is the joy of the inner self manifesting as temple manifesting as Guru's words, manifesting as saint's presence, that I feel more fulfilled and quiet and relaxed, even with the minimum things around. Some saints live under the tree also. Some saints eat on their palm, so little they eat, or so basic they eat, you can see. Still their fulfillment is there. So slowly you discover that there is a difference, big difference. You agree, no? Remember one day I told you that joy which has less cause is more purer joy and more true joy. That joy in which you can do lot of tyag, that is more bigger joy. Third, which has lesser medium, that has much, that is a true joy. Fourth, which you remember a lot, that is a true joy. Fifth, for which you do everything. So this is the true joy. Why to run after the false things when ultimately I have to lose everything? Why should I accumulate the lost child, lost wife? The wife will be lost, husband will be lost, money will be lost, house will be lost, job will be lost. Why should I chase the thing which will be lost in 10, 20, 15, 20, 30 years? Why not do something which can never be lost? Common sense, you don't need to be a genius to understand spiritual point. It's not a rocket science. Our vasanas are very strong. Again we go out, again we get hit by the world, again we come here. Again we go out, again we get hit. Again we get humiliated, again we come. Again, some day will come where you stop going out. Mind is reveling in itself. Chale? So this is the process. Now this Acharya comes in 32nd shlok. And now, after going through Parampara Sadhan, Bahirang Sadhan, now he comes to Antarang Sadhan. Parampara Sadhan is your Bhakti, Ashtang Yog, Karm Yog. Bahirang Sadhan is Vivek, Vairag, Shat Sampatti. And now he comes to Antarang Sadhan. Bahirang means that purifies our mind. Don't forget, Vivek, Vairag, Shat Sampatti and Mumukshatva. Vivek comes through satsang. Vairag comes by applying Vivek a lot and grace of God. Shat Sampatti comes by Upasana. Mumukshatva comes by Karma Yoga. So Vivek, Vairag and Mumukshatva by Karma Yoga and Shat Sampatti by Upasana. Sham comes by Vasana Tyag. Dama comes by taking vows and using right practice. Uprati comes, Uprati when you are confined to your own duty of knowing the self. You want to withdraw, Uparaman. Titiksha comes, how Titiksha comes? When you feel this is the nature of body, etc. You can tolerate something outside when you have more of inner joy. When you have nothing to be happy about from inside, then outside things you cannot tolerate. Supposing somebody's house, there is no peace, and outside also he got scolding from his boss. So he cannot tolerate this scolding. He comes back in the house, here everybody is shouting. Outside event, also shouting. So he'll be a highly intolerant person. But supposing wife is very good, children are very good, and he comes back to the house and wife pacifies him, or children pacify, the office brunt that he got can be cleansed here in the house. So when you get some bruises in the world, and you have inner meditation, inner devotion, inner jap to rest on, so you have more tolerance in life. Right, no? This is called titiksha. What is remaining? Shraddha. Shraddha means what? I know, I believe that scriptures cannot be wrong. God cannot be wrong. I don't understand. Shraddha is where you don't understand something, but still you give a benefit of doubt. Well, I'll give 1 year and then see. I'll not rush, this is wrong, although I don't understand. Various things I did not understand, but I say I cannot be right if they are also only right, I'm not right. Something doesn't appeal to our logic, but it is much more, it is trans-logic. Last is samadhan. Samadhan is meditative mood. You are having a meditative mood. So quietness of mind is shama, quietness of sense organ is dama, quietness of karma is uparamaha, quietness of complaints titiksha. Complaint box, moving complaint box, some are there. They complain why sun is rising in the east. Anything they want to complain. Why have only 2 legs? Why not 3 legs? If 4 legs, I would run very fast. Quietness of ahankar is shraddha, and quietness of chanchal is samadhan. 6 kind of quietness is there in Shat Sampat. Will you again say I forgot? I'm so disturbed listening about this quietness. So, quietness of mind is vasana and mind is shama. Quietness of sense organ is tamaha. Quietness of karma is uparamaha or uprati. Quietness of ahankar is shraddha. Quietness of complaint is titiksha. And quietness of chanchalya, fickleness of mind, fidgety nature, fickle mind, running mind, chanchalya is samadhan. So these 6 kind of quietness is somehow invoked by upasana. And vivek, vairagya is brought, vivek by satsang, and vairagya by repeating the satsang. That this is not true, nitya nitya vivek, that is vivek. When vairagya is there, when you try to understand, you go to your experiences and find out who gave you joy. The hope with which I went means somebody, did that hope was fulfilled? Was that hope fulfilled? Any sense or sense object or any person or any action, was it fulfilled? What hope I had in the married life, did that hope was fulfilled? What hope I had with the children, was that hope fulfilled? Is it not the amount of sorrow I got from child was more than the joy? Is it not the food that I wanted, it gave me more sorrow? Is it not the house that I took, it had more worries and concern rather than relaxation? Everything in this world, you try to do the vivek and you will have vairagya with the grace of God. And ultimately, when you come to satsang, your mumukshatva is fanned up there. That why you are caught up here, why you are so much attached here, why you want to be in another mother's womb in another 20, 30 years, why you are making yourself a guinea pig, why you are making yourself so small. Rise, arise, awake. Don't stop at a small point here. Leave the things which you had taken earlier. Some things were required once upon a time, but is not required now. Leave it. Move forward. Go ahead. Bigger skies are there. Bigger space is there for you. Don't get caught up in small things. This is called vairagya and mumukshatva. So parampara sadhan, bahirang sadhan, and when we have mastered bahirang, don't forget bahirang sadhan, again I am telling you. Then comes antarang sadhan. Antarang sadhan, this person approaches a teacher, and now teacher tells about Vedanta. What is Atma? What is Anatma? what is ajnan, what is consciousness. He goes in the details of that. And now Panch Kosh Vivek is mentioned from 32nd verse. Let us now chant 32nd verse. I have not chanted 32nd verse. Upadeshamavapyaivam Acharya Tattvadarshinaha Panchakosha Vivekena Labhante Nirvritim Param. Now Upadesham avapya evam acharyat. So an acharya comes. Achar means achinoti cha shastrartham, who gives the gist of the whole Vedas Shastra. Achare sthapyati swayam. And in his life also he establishes through his own life. 2 points are in Acharya. He gives what is the scripture saying in short, in more palatable way. Ved Puran Udadi Ghan Sadhu. Ved Puranas are like ocean, and Sadhu and Acharya are like the cloud. You cannot drink the ocean water because it is very salty and far away sometimes. But same when it showers as a rain, it is very good water. Similarly, Acharya, out of the vast scriptures, endless scriptures, conflicting sometime as if he brings out the sar of that and offers to in a plate, in a ready-made plate. You don't have to cook, you don't have to understand, you don't have to think how. This is the work of Acharya. You can see the text. Acharya Abhedananda Swami himself is a proof. How everything is cooked and the concepts are ready made for you. You don't have to struggle how, what, when. You will get it. Upadesham avapya evam. In this manner. Who is that Acharya? Tattvadarshina. He is the knower of self. Not that he does not have any experience and he is talking only without any experience. Then his words won't have depth. What you say without experience doesn't hit a person. That which comes from the heart alone goes to the heart. You will become a scholar only. You can quote, but you will have no impact. Like the bullet, same bullet thrown with the hand has hardly any impact. When it comes with the barrel of the gun, then only it has impact. So what you say without your experience doesn't hit the listener. It appears superficial. Bullet was a cosmetic talk. It doesn't have much impact because the speaker was not speaking for what he lived, what you experience, what you meditate, what you reflect. When you go in, churn in, so, and then the words come out, it gets wings and wheels. Like an arrow it goes. Ram Chandra gun barne laga, sunatai Sita kar dukh bhaga. Sita ji was very sad in Ashok Vatika. Trijita told to remember Lord, and she was still chanting, but sorrow didn't go. But moment Hanumanji said, that very moment sorrow disappeared, because it was a bullet from the barrel. Ram Chandra gun barne laga, sunatahi Sita kar dukh bhaga. So he is Tattvadarshi. And therefore I say, never become a speaker. Become a saint. Don't try to change anybody. Change yourself. That itself is a big challenge. You jump to change others without changing yourself, you create more chaos and confusion in the name of seva. Seva becomes a chaos. Then you will fight with everybody. No need for seva unless you clean your own mind. Yes, I will do. I'm doing seva for myself, not to change you. World does not change. You can change and go out of this world. World will be as it is. It is of the God. God will see what to do. You don't worry. Only what will happen if nobody does Shraddh? First die. So somebody told me here only. Here only. It's in this ashram. That if I die, who will do Shraddh? I think we should put in the committee. In the committee, that if death is there, Shraddh should be done properly. So, Upadesham avapya evam acharyat tattvadarshinaha. From tattvadarshina is which case? Fifth case. And what is done now? Panchakosh vivekena. And Acharya does 5 kosh vivek, panch kosh vivek. And after knowing the vivek, he attains absolute peace, nirvrittim. See, in 30th slok, jumping and flung from one bird to another, he had no peace. Now he has attained peace. Now student asks, Bole Vidyananda Swamiji, 1 minute, what is Panchakosh? Please don't go fast, you are going very fast. Please tell me what is 5 koshas. I want to know through your style, although I know. But the way you present it, I want to listen from your way. Sometime, same chapter we heard in the school or colleges from one teacher. But we knew that this teacher is a very good teacher. So you want to hear from him also the same chapter. How his approach is there to the same problem. Let us now see Vidyananda Swami explains Panchkoshas in short. Let me go ahead. This is the 33rd slok. Please repeat. Annam prano mano buddhi Anandascheti panchate Koshastairavritas swatma Vismritya samsritam vajre. Again, annam prano mano buddhi Anandascheti panchate Koshastairavritas swatma Vismritya samsritim vraje. So annam means annamay kosh, pranamay kosh, manomay kosh, vigyanmay kosh and anandmay kosh. So this is written here in the first line. Second line is very important. Koshaha taihi avritas. By the koshaha, this Atma is veiled. And vismritya. And because of this forgetfulness, he again is subject to transmigration. Samsritim vrajet. Now understand this kosh, you will be very happy to know what is going on. So kosh comes from kush dhatu, to cover. Samvrite, to cover. How come the Atma can be covered by the body? Generally, if you see in the book sometime, so 5 koshas are there. There are 5 concentric circles are there. So there is Anandmay, Vigyanmay, Manomay, Pranamay and Annamay. In between Atma. So a small ball is there. So if the new person comes, he finds it is okay. But don't think that this is Atma, it is covered by 5 koshas like that. Choti si Atma ball ki tarah hai, tennis ball. And all around is the koshas. So that is not right to understand. Bhai, tell me Atma is all pervading. To cover something, the cover should be bigger than the covered. To cover this tablecloth should be bigger than the table. Then only you can cover the table. Otherwise, how can we cover? So how can something cover the all-pervading Atma? Something, Atma is infinite and this small body is so small, how can it cover it? ये तो कमाल हो गया. How can प्राण cover? How can बुद्धि cover? How can विज्ञानमय कोश cover? It is not covered. Then it cannot cover. But I appeared covered. I feel I am a human being. I feel I am fat. I feel I am long, tall, short. I feel I am fair or I am dark. Or I am fairly dark. Well, you will come later or soon. Well, sooner or later I will come. Sooner or later I will come, don't worry. They call diplomatic answer this. Sooner or later I will come. How can it cover the kosh? The Atma? Tell me, how can the cloud cover the sun? Sun is far away than the cloud. And sun is so big. Cloud is a small patch. From here you are seeing, today is a cloudy day, sun is covered. We use such expression. We use such expression that sun is covered here. And maybe child will feel, who maybe 3 years old child who doesn't know the physics, he will say, oh, cloud has covered the sun. Cloud can never cover the sun. Because you are seeing the cloud from this angle, therefore sun is appearing covered. If you see from the sun side, you will never see that the cloud is covering the sun. So self is not covered by the body or mind. Then because I don't know the self completely, therefore it is appearing covered. It is my distraction because I am ignorant of that self's nature. And therefore I am distracted to know the body as real, body as my, body as everything. So because of this distraction of my mind, of my thoughts, I feel that the sun is covered or the self is covered by the body. There is no chance self can be covered. Where possibility is not there, perceptibility is there, that is called delusion. Perceptibility without possibility is called illusion or delusion. Simple thing is it is not possible. It is delusion. You are not seeing, your attention is not there. Your attention is not there on the sun. You don't know the sun. Child says, sun is covered by the cloud. Because child doesn't know the nature of sun. Doesn't know the nature of cloud. Doesn't know the distance between cloud and sun. How can it know? As if it is not a physical covering. It's an intellectual misconception. It's an intellectual, it's a spiritual mistake. And a spiritual mistake is an intellectual mistake, cognitive mistake, and therefore you need a spiritual solution. A spiritual mistake means intellectual mistake regarding nature of spirit. That is called a spiritual mistake. A spiritual mistake means it is all intellectual mistake. It is a mistake in understanding. I misunderstand you are a bad person. I misunderstand you did wrong thing. It's a cognitive mistake. It's not the real mistake. So I am doing a spiritual mistake. And for a spiritual mistake, we need a spiritual solution. And if the spiritual mistake is intellectual mistake regarding cognition of spirit, so yet a spiritual explanation for cognition of the spirit is required. So you need an intellectual solution. So separation of kosh from the Atma is intellectual, not physical separation. It's a cognitive separation. It is not real separation. You are mistaking like that. If something is intellectual mistake, you need an intellectual solution. It's a misunderstanding. I misunderstood you. Then somebody says, please don't misunderstand me. Why you didn't come yesterday? No, I was there. I thought you were upset you didn't come. No, I was there sitting. Where you were sitting? Sitting there, you can see the photograph. Video you can see. I was there second line. Really? Yes. Arey, I was so upset with you. 5 days I was so upset that you didn't come. No, I was there. No, you're not upset with me. No, I'm not upset at all with you. Good you told me. Then you use such word. I was just in my own imagination thinking. You think in your imagination you are a foolish person. What can you do? So, koshaha tahi avrta. When you heard that Atma is of the nature of Chit and Sat, how can it stick to some cord? And how can the infinite Atma, which is timeless, which is at all time, in all yugas Atma was there, at all place Atma is there, avinashi tad vidhi. How can that body which is for 60, 70 years, that is only occupying 5 feet and few inches, how can it envelop that infinite? तुम आदमियों की घनचक्कर हो. And when you identify with that, then you feel finite, then you feel incomplete, then you go out in the world, I don't have this thing. And ultimately you create vasana and you are reborn again. This is called kosh. More we will see tomorrow. So tomorrow class will be there? Of course. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow I am not leaving. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari.